Hello and welcome to the conversation. You're with India Post Live, India's first online news conversation web TV. What we're going to discuss in the conversation today is, of course, what the whole world, at least as far as India is concerned, has been discussing. It's a lot of speculation, and why miss out on the speculation? We're going to talk about the new cabinet of Narendra Modi. Of course, we know that Narendra Modi is going to be sworn in as India's Prime Minister on the 26th of May. But what exactly is going to be the composition of his cabinet? And to rather speculate on it, I have with me two very senior journalists joining me in the studio. Vinod Agnihotri ji, consulting editor of Amar Ujala, and Ashok Wankhede ji, senior journalist, joins us. We also have Sanjay Singh joining us on Skype. He senior journalist and political editor of the First Post. I'll start with you, Vinod sir. I mean, we're seeing so many names doing the rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any truth in it, or is it pure speculation?
You see, the senior BJP leaders like Arun Jaitley and Rajnath Singh, Nitin Gadkari, they might be inducted in the cabinet. But what portfolio they will get, it's only Narendra Modi knows. Only because the style of functioning of Narendra Modi, he's a single man army. You take the example of Gujarat, there was only one. From 1 to 10, Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi. So, in my views, the popular names like Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, Nitin Gadkari, Rajnath Singh, Ravi Shankar Prasad, I think they must be in the cabinet. But what portfolio they will get, it's all speculations.
Ashok sir, I mean, are we, since RSS is in your backyard, do you see any influence?
We are in a different era. Let us accept it. To date, we were just looking at the caste combinations, at the group combination, which are the regional parties supporting their strength, then the state combination, then the elections in the states, and the compulsion of the senior most ruling party. Now all those things
Are over.
There is no place for such thing. The man who got 283 of his own, you can see the body language of the other coalition partners. Dega to bhala, na dega to bhala. They are in that mode. So most of the coalition partners which used to claim the ministries, now they said, no, we are here to strengthen the hand of Modi ji. And we are with Modi ji, whether he gives us portfolio, it is his prerogative.
And his hands are already strengthened.
Now the problem is that you talk of Sangh. One of the very senior BJP leader, when I told him what is the role of a Sangh, he said, I spoke to a senior person in Sangh and he made a simple statement that Modi will inform us of the cabinet, not ask, quote unquote. Now, having all this said so, and our past experience of his Gujarat, what exactly he is going to do. There was a rumor in the market that Sangh had an objection on Anandiben. But it was a clear-cut written on the sky. The Anandiben,
She is going to be
the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and she is Chief Minister of Gujarat. Whether you send an observer from here, the observer, poor people, they went to inform the people, we are here to do a formality. Like what, when in the Central Hall, when Rajnath Singh said, now we have unanimously elected, the Modi said, haath to upar karke pucho. Then he said, there is no need. The way they are thumping the desk, it is almost assumed. Like that also, nobody knows except what means. I may be speculating. We said we are speculating. As far as the Agnihotri ji concerned and his past record, he don't speculate. He generally hit the bull.
Okay.
But today he has just taken few names which are probables that everybody is talking.
Yeah.
But nobody can talk. Nobody can judge his body language of Narendra Modi. And that is what the beauty about Modi
One
is.
thing I would like to add, because the conversation between Narendra Modi and RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, what I got from our reliable sources, that Narendra Modi said he just expressed his views what type of cabinet he is going to form. Not the names. He didn't mention any name. Only the energetic people, experts, the quality of the ministers. This was the conversation. And he said, my friend Mr. Ashok Wankhede rightly said, he promised That I will inform you. I will, after deciding,
Okay.
I will give you the list and then you will.
Okay. We also have Sanjay Singh joining us on Skype. Sanjay sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get it.
Sir, that's the $1 million question. I mean, who do you see being a part of Narendra Modi's ministries?
See, the probables which Vinod Agnihatri was talking will be there. But the question is more fundamental. And this time, for a change, the criticism which Manmohan Singh had, that cabinet formation is Prime Minister's prerogative. Manmohan Singh, Narendra Modi is going to draw that in Veterans' strike. Nobody in the BJP, of whatever seniority, exactly knows as to where he is going to fit in. And when, which ministry, what seniority. But if you look at the composition of Northwest and Southwest, the composition of NDA 1 and NDA 2 is not going to be there. LK Advani, Jaswant Singh, Yashwant Sinha, George Fernandes. They are not going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
you also have some kind of talent deficit as compared to the one which Vajpayee had in NDA 1 and NDA 2. Because he obviously had much taller leaders than the talent pool that Narendra Modi has today. Maybe because of their longer stint in political life, they were much taller names. But then you have two names which are going to be there almost for sure, Rajnath Singh and Arun Jaitley. That leaves two. Sushma Swaraj is hoping to get external affairs, but I'm not sure she's going to get. Nobody is sure, in fact.
Okay.
I don't think that is the situation. That leaves vacancy to two. Who are those two going to be there? Arun Jaitley is going to be there in either finance or external affairs. Then you have various ministries below Yashwant on other side of Vijay Chowk. That, in fact, there's so many people vying for it. If you look at Narendra Modi's stay in New Delhi, he stayed there for 3 days. Who did he meet? He met mostly bureaucrats, technocrats, and experts from various fields. Only very few politicians, few from his peer group in the BJP could meet him. They went to RSS Jhandewala, they went to 38 Ashoka Road, Rajnath Singh's residence. So that is the situation. You are getting a new BJP, a new political dispensation, a new power structure that is going to be there. That is a fact. Let us not deny it. This mandate is for Modi, and Modi is working exactly like that. In a presidential system, this prime ministerial system is exactly a presidential system going to be functional from now on.
Rather, Modi has directed the entire crowd to Nitin Gadkari's house. Means all the chief ministers were meeting him today. Almost every aspirant. So he told Nitin, just judge the people what they want.
I think,
And just report to me, then let us see what is to be done.
I think Sanjeev, after 25, even after 30 years, the days of Indira Gandhi has come back.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There is no compulsion to say.
Yeah. Even Vajpayee had compulsions, coalition compulsions.
Yeah.
And the pressures of the senior leaders. He had
RSS.
RSS.
Yeah.
But Narendra Modi, I don't think there is any compulsion on him.
We also have Vineet Goenka joining us. Vineet, thanks so much for joining us in the conversation. Vineet is, of course, the co-convener of the BJP's IT cell. Vineet, we were actually no discussion, only speculations on what sort of, cabinet we're likely to see. And there seems to be a general consensus that, there will be no compulsions on Narendra Modi. We are going to see a lot of younger faces. Can you give us some sort of an indication of some surprises that could be in store?
Well, there is no surprises. It will be good cabinet. I can only assure that it will be a thoughtful cabinet, and all the people who will come on the board will be working towards the same direction in the intention the party has. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas.
Okay.
Very diplomatic statement. At least, being a friend, at least you can share certain things with us, means which are the probables. Like we can also speculate. We are not going to make it an official statement from BJP, but at least you can speculate with us.
But we
because
can
you
get
are our
some
friend
idea.
sitting inside the
Inside the
BJP.
helm of the affairs.
See, unfortunately, I'm sitting in a room which does not have any access to that room where the discussions are going on.
Okay, but you know, Vineet, what we were discussing is that there are no compulsions on Narendra Modi this time. You know, there is no compulsion of a coalition. There is no compulsion of the RSS as such. So I mean, looking ahead, I mean, what are the kind of expectations that the party has as far as the cabinet is concerned?
I will take a little liberty today. Today there is no expectations from party. Today the expectations are from the people of India. So believe me, this is the true statement which I am going to make. Everybody, right from Narendra Modi ji till a Karyakarta like me, everybody is thinking about how we can deliver the best for the country in the next 5 years so that this son-mother combination, this dynasty combination is uprooted permanently. So nobody is requesting that we should get a birth. Whatever people are coming and meeting for various purposes like giving contributions, sharing their happiness. Nobody is coming here to lobby for a particular ministry. And whatever I am hearing in the press or media is purely speculation from media.
Okay.
No, but going by the nature of Narendra Modi, what is being told, and some inside information from the bureaucrats, I think ministries will be reorganized.
Yeah.
There will be not much ministries. So large number of ministries will have that what policy paralysis we had last time, because the small, for example, you take an exam, there's a food processing ministry, consumer affairs, agriculture ministry. Now 3 ministers have their own ego. And the entire process of food processing or a consumer affairs go for a 6 because the bureaucratic problem or the minister's ego. Now this time he is going to have the combined ministries like coal, water resource, renewable energy and power. If it is one, it will solve the problem. If all transportation ministries, sea and surface transportation, if come together, that will solve a problem. The woman.
Earlier it was, yeah.
Exactly.
Earlier
They are going to
there
go
was
to the old way.
surface and water.
Lesser ministries,
surface transport and water.
lesser ministries, better delivery, strong control. This is going to be the motto, and he will have other state ministers which will be given free hand. I think he will give free hand to the state ministers, not like because our state ministers for last 10 years we were just seeing them. Even during NDA regime also.
They were without work.
Okay. I think Vineet wants to add something. Yeah, Vineet, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with what Ashok is saying. This time, see what happened. I'll give an example. Now the elections are over. We have got clear mandate. Yesterday we met in the central hall also. But I'll tell you one thing which will take us back and why people were fed up with the past regime and why they are elected us is exactly what my co-family is talking about. One particular incidence of education and the skill development was paid by finance ministry, whether it was finance ministry issue or HR issue or it was labor ministry issue, was not there. So what this time it is going to happen is simplification of things. The stigma which was there on Manmohan Singh's sector was it was having a paralysis. What we will try to do, eliminate all the hurdles. So as rightly Modi ji says, maximum governance and minimum governance. So what we have minimum paperwork, we will have minimum files to be needed, minimum tables, and we will have maximum governance. So you will see that the number of ministries may be less. You may also see that the number of ministers are young, they are far capable, and their entire effort and their focus will be how do we deliver BJP fast, better.
Okay, just like to remind our viewers that you can also participate in the conversation by logging on to our site indiapostlive.com, and in case you want to send a message, our Twitter handle is @IndiaPostLive.
But rightly what he said, the people of nation has got a lot of expectations. What exactly? And fortunately, if you go through the speech of Mr. Waghela today in the Vidhan Sabha, Gujarat Vidhan Sabha, Waghela and Narendra Modi, they share a rapport of a guru chela. Like the Waghela is like a guru to Narendra Modi.
Now Chela has become the Shakkar.
Now what has happened, when he delivered a speech, he congratulated Modi for having such a huge number. But at the same time, he has read out the entire manifesto of BJP saying that you will 100% do it, because you have a mandate. You have no reasons to say there is a compulsion from my colleagues, your coalition partners. You can't say I don't have majority in the house. Now this is the time to deliver. And it was basically an excellent piece of satire. Whatever it may said, and it was a jugalbandi between Narendra Modi and this thing.
And you could see Narendra Modi also laughing.
And Narendra Modi also gave him a good reply. He said, ki, you will be too proud to tell people, Mr. Waghela, that once upon a time you used to carry
The Prime Minister.
the Prime Minister
on your
as a pillar
motorcycle.
on your
bike.
So it was.
Motorcycle.
So overall, when Narendra Modi says, "आप एक कदम बढ़ाओ, 120 करोड़ कदम बढ़ेंगे."
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that is the population you are talking of. But at the same time, he will also have to remember, जब एक मुंह एक सवाल पूछेगा, तो 120 करोड़ सवाल पूछेंगे. So aspiration of 120 crore people with such a high profile campaign with lot many promises made by number of people, and delivery has to be done by Narendra Modi alone, because he is the supreme authority as of now. So ball in his court.
Okay, I'd like to bring in Sanjay Singh in the middle. Vineet, we'll come back to you. I'd like to bring in Sanjay Singh. Sir, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask you about another question, and that is, I mean, there is a lot of talk of whether Narendra Modi will be shed the baggage of the old guard and move ahead with the new one, because there is a lot of expectation from him. So, are we going to see the likes of Murli Manohar Joshi and LK Advani? How is he going to do the balancing act between the two?
See, the first part, baggage has already been shared in during the elections. This number of 75 plus candidates were given tickets. If you see Yashwant Sinha and Jaswant Singh's fate, that is out there. Yashwant Sinha, of course, was smarter and placed his son for himself, and his son has won. And he was there in Central Hall yesterday. As per LK Advani, nobody knows as to what is going to happen. There is a possibility that he may be given Speaker's post, but then there are other counter arguments that he may not be, because Speaker post is also he has to be in sync with Prime Minister, even though constitutionally post is autonomous, and therefore, given the historicity, latest tensions between the two, and as to what happened very recently. So I think that possibility is not very significant out there. Murli Manohar Joshi, of course, he is willing to get into cabinet. Some are speculating defense for him, but given his age, I don't think defense is going to be one key area which would be given to him, because one has to go to forward post, and everybody is not can be as enthusiastic as George Fernandez was traveling to Siachen and various other forward posts. So you may see some younger person out there in Defense Ministry. Rajnath Singh, of course, is one possibility. Then there are a whole lot of infrastructure ministries which are going to be in key focus. Nitin Gadkari could be one. He, of course, will have a very key functions in the new government. He may also be finance minister, but he also has, there is a great possibility finance. Of course, there are others who say that finance is not possible at this stage for him, but surely you will see him in some infrastructure ministry, including railways.
Okay.
Including railways.
Because Modi was talking about the bullet train projects, and I think that is one area where he wants.
From Ahmedabad to
Railway, as it
Mumbai.
is,
Yes.
during his campaigning, Modi placed special emphasis on railway. He himself, Chaiwala, rail ki patri, rail ke dubbe, Chaiwala jada janta hai, and rail has a huge connectivity with masses. It really connects people of India. So if he has to give a message, like one message he is giving on 26, inviting Nawaz Sharif and President Bangladesh, so he can do something, he has to do something in next 6 months, in next 3 months, to do some messaging. So first, 26, 6 o'clock, of course, that is a time, an appointment which everybody will look forward to as to who is going to be there.
Also, sir, I want to ask you, I mean, are we going to see a jumbo cabinet like UPA 1 and 2, or are we going to see a leaner cabinet this time?
See, of course, size of union cabinet has to be limited as per the new the law that came into existence in year 2. But then, since BJP has a majority of its own. It is under no compulsion to accommodate all the allies. But then Modi has told his allies, and also there is understanding in the party and also in the RSS that they have to be accommodated. Larger allies, of course. Akali Dal has said that they are not going to come. So therefore, if you saw Ramvilas Paswan, he was assured of a ministerial bulk, and then he was saying कि मंत्रिमंडल मिले कि नहीं, अब नहीं देश की सेवा करनी है. He did not.
That's what every. The Modi has changed the.
Mr. Paswan talking
Modi
about
has changed the concept of everybody. Now everybody is becoming. They want to serve the nation.
Okay,
He said, we are here to serve the nation, not for the post.
Vinod sir, I want to ask you another point. I mean, as far as the Muslim faces are concerned, we've seen Shahnaz Hussain lose the election.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how are they going to accommodate the Muslim faces, and how many do you see being accommodated?
You see, in the last NDA government, there was only one Muslim face, and he was Shahnaz Hussain. And I think similarly in this government, maybe one, and maybe Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, because because Shahnaz has lost the election, and in the internal dynamics of the BJP, he is Modi is not comfortable with him. Rather than Naqvi is much more suitable for Modi's cabinet. This is my opinion. Sanjay can correct me because he knows BJP better than me.
I think we may not have any Muslim face as well. That's what I said. We may not have Muslim face as well, but we will have a lot of skills for Muslims.
No.
See, we will try to deliver things.
Okay.
Again, I'm telling you. This cabinet will not talk of religion, will not talk of caste, not talk of creed, and not talk of region. You may have a lot of MPs from Maharashtra, but you may have one or two cabinets from Maharashtra, may not be. Madhya Pradesh, you may have one cabinet and that is enough. So that is not a compulsion for him now.
This is not the compulsion. I agree with you. There is no compulsion. This is a totally prerogative and privilege of the Prime Minister whether he can induct a Muslim face or not. Yeah, a Sikh face or not. This is not a compulsion. But you see, there are some traditions in the democracy. There are some requirements of the democracy.
In his governance in Gujarat also has shown. He has demolished the traditions. He has worked for an agenda called development, and he thinks if he gets good people for development.
Okay,
Again, I'm telling you, if it is
don't compare Gujarat with India. Hey,
Most
India-
of the time, what has happened?
There-
Muslim leadership were with Hindus. Now Mulayam Singh was a leader of Muslim.
That is-
Kejriwal claims he is a leader
But
of
there
Muslim.
has to be some.
Bahugula used to
Sir,
lead Muslims.
I'll bring in Vineet into the conversation. Vineet, we were talking about holistic cabinet. We were talking about whether other minorities are going to be given space or not. And there seems to be this view that development versus symbolism. What would you go in for as far as the new cabinet? How do you think it will look like?
See, I'll have to take the learned panelist along with me a little back in the history. Except Morarji Desai, I don't remember if any of the Prime Minister was a Chief Minister. Whether Nehruji had any experience or
Vineet Devgowda was Chief Minister.
Devgowda was.
And he directly came from Karnataka, Bangalore to take the oath of the Prime Ministership. H.D. Devgowda.
So there were one or two people who had it.
And Narasimha Rao was also Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. No, not directly, but he was.
VP Singh was
VP Singh was the Chief Minister.
Yeah. So what the point which I'm driving is,
Yeah.
Modi ji has delivered in 10 years, so he knows what is the composition which is required to deliver development. So what I think is, he is going to repeat the same thing. He is going to have a cabinet which is going to deliver. Rather than getting into this all jhamela of caste, religion, gender, religious geographies, I think we will see a fantastic combination of people who will think how the GDP will work, how the per capita income will work, how our lives will be better, how Indians will be better citizens of today tomorrow. It will also talk about our own positioning in the global market. So his focus is going to be development, focus is going to bring back the entire economy on the road.
Okay.
I don't think so that right in anybody's mind, neither in a small Karyakarta like me or Prime Minister designate Modi ji's mind, this kind of things are going on. None of the Bharatiya Janata Party or its allies are interested in who will get it. Everybody is interested in what kind of cabinet we can.
Okay.
Be assured one thing that we are not going to get into this trap of number game.
They are Vinith, they are not interested, but they are worried. They are not interested, but they are worried. Shiv Sena is worried. Akali Dal is worried. They made a claim, but they want. So see, it is all. So there's a two different things.
I mean, you have a Jagan Mohan Reddy also going there. Anyways,
If you see, I think the producers of India Post will tell that today my face is the most beaming face. So there is no tension, there is no chinta on anybody. Everybody is happy.
Okay, I'd like to bring in Sanjay Singh back into the conversation. Sir, since you're the expert, you tell us how many Muslim faces do you see in the new cabinet?
I'm no expert.
I would request a small thing. Can I
As a
request a small
disclaimer to
thing?
begin with.
Once,
Yeah,
Sanjay, once you are known as the insider of the BJP in our journalist circle.
See, sir, now you're being exposed. I mean, come on, sir. Out with it.
Insider as a journalist, not as a party.
No.
I wish I were one. But this kind of mandate, I wish I were one. Yeah, carry on.
Sir, we wanted to ask you, I mean, do you see any Muslim faces in the cabinet?
Yeah, I think there should surely be one or two, maybe. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi definitely will have a chance. Sanawaj, and you also see, you are talking about symbolism in politics. Had symbolism had no meaning in politics or in Modi's scheme of things, why would Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Thawar Chand Gehlot, they all come to second the proposal moved by L.K. Advani yesterday? That, of course, India is a vast country. The cabinet has to reflect will of the people. In that sense, you have to reflect communities, regions, religions, and various castes and groups. So therefore, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Nazma Heptullah, of course, was moving here and there. She also has good relations with equations with people. She had been deputy chairman. She is there as an MP in Rajya Sabha. Shahnawaz Hussain, of course, has lost his chance because he lost elections. Otherwise, he would have been a big contender for a good post. Then you have S.S. Ahluwalia. He's only Sikh in BJP. Only Sikh to be given ticket and one from around margin of 2 lakhs. So I think he should always also be there.
And from West Bengal, he has one from West Bengal.
Yeah,
It's very
also.
important.
BJP quota.
So
one thing, Sanjeev, because the number of the representation of Muslims in the parliament has gone down. So that's why it's very significant to give a chance a Muslim representation in the Modi's cabinet. Because you see the apprehensions in the minorities regarding this Modi government. So you have to at least you have to show the gesture.
Yeah, you have to reach out to them.
Reach out to them, yeah.
Sanjay sir,
And symbolism is very important in the politics. That's
Sanjay
why
sir, your final comments. I mean, as far as the allies are concerned, what is the kind of expectation as Wankhede sir was saying that they'd also like to be a part of the cabinet?
Surely there will be, as far as I understand and I've spoken to people, they say that definitely allies will have a position in Union Council of Ministers for two reasons. A, basically regional parties also meet aspirations of people of various regions. So that aspiration should also has to be reflected. B, BJP has to give a message because together with NDA allies they get around 40% of popular votes. So they have to reflect that they indeed represent larger number of people and also various regions. And in the process, they want to attract more and more allies so that their actual strength from 335, it goes up. If you look at...
I think that will also make them comfortable in Rajya Sabha.
Rajya Sabha, yeah.
Rajya Sabha is another issue.
They are supporting the Rajya Sabha. The BJP needs their support.
A lot of support in Rajya Sabha because
that is another point.
Yeah,
because what is Congress in Lok Sabha, if BJP is in Rajya Sabha.
Precisely. That point also has to be there.
Okay.
But for that, Jayalalitha is also reaching out, TRS is also reaching out, YSR is also reaching out. In course of time, maybe if
Sanjeev, there is also one
TMC.
another line of thinking with some people. They were just talking of senior BJP leaders that the states which are going to go for a poll,
Haryana,
they are Haryana, Maharashtra, even Bihar, your time. But these are the areas and the state where the BJP has opened an account.
Yeah.
Like whether it is Tamil Nadu, whether it is Assam, whether it is West
West
Bengal, what
Bengal,
he's talking
West Bengal,
about,
yeah.
these areas will be more focused. But the states like Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, so not Bihar, the Rajasthan, there is a talk that we are already having a state government there. So all the MPs should work to nurse the constituencies. Money will be no problem. Central will give adequate funds to the state government. And instead of asking for ministries, you work in the state and cultivate a work culture whereby another 10-15 years you are in power. And the areas where there is BJP has just started coming up. These are the areas he is going to give more presentation so that you can have more vote share, more
That's
vote share.
interesting.
That is one of the line. Of course, I am not saying that what Modi is saying, but this is one of the another line which is working in BJP.
Today, Sanjeev, I was talking to a senior Congress leader, I won't name him. He made a very interesting comment. He said, now BJP has become the Congress of the India. Congress of
Yeah,
India.
generational shift. I mean, that's
Shift. Because it was always blamed on BJP that BJP is only limited to the cow belt.
Yeah.
And rest of the south you don't have BJP, northeast you don't have BJP, eastern part is blank. But this time Modi has shown that no, the seeds which were sown for last 10 years. Means Assam, again I am telling you, it is not only Modi. Because the Assam was working for ages. And
Since the days of
when
Indira
I
Gandhi.
asked one of the workers there,
70s.
even the northeast,
early 70s
the
they
7
started
states
to-
of northeast, they tried to get these all various tribal communities which are fighting among each other into a one bundle
okay.
and get them together. That is the reason they got some seats in
Yeah.
northeast as well.
Okay, so a lot of hard work.
The
paying
ground
off,
has been
Yeah. It's
We need,
ground was made by
we need
Assam.
final comments on from you on this issue.
See, there at the point of minority and Muslim ministers was taken out by various panels. I would like to submit two things very humbly. It was NDA government which had decided the presidency of Dr. Abdul Kalam. And in our era, both in the center and also in Gujarat, we have seen that justice was done to the communities other than Hindu. So there is no question of having money. And let me also bring back the discussion to one more thing. The Congress has various Muslim ministers, but there was no development of Muslims. There was development of their individuals. It was Ghulam Nabi Awazad or anybody else. So let us not get into the number game and how many Muslim voters will get ministerial berth or what is the gesture. The gesture is development for everybody. When there is a development, when there is a bulletin, when there is a inflation control, when there is a GDP growth, when there is a PCI growth, when there are jobs, nobody would ask you what is your religion, what is your caste, what is the faith, whether you are voted for BJP or whether you are voted for some other party. Let me assure you and to you, the entire country, the entire focus and the entire agenda is development. So I don't I would not like to concentrate to whether we are in states which are going to go into elections or whether there are geographies where we have got less number goods. All these are secondary for us. And believe me, this is from my heart. This is not a politically correct statement. This is purely what everybody in Bharatiya parties are talking about. And the room which I am sitting about, is this room also talks about the same thing whenever we are meeting this morning.
Okay. Sir, final comments. Vinod, sir. Cabinet, lean, mean cabinet, or are we going to see jumbo cabinet?
I don't see a jumbo cabinet, a lean cabinet, because the slogan of Modi is minimum government and maximum governance. That means they committed, I think, around 40 to 50 to total.
Sir, your take.
Less than 50,
Less than 50.
that will be the cabinet, including all state ministers and other things.
The
But-
total cabinet.
Yeah.
But all will be reporting to Modi. One of the
Obvious,
Shiv Sena aspirant who will, no.
Every minister has to report to Prime Minister.
Everybody, last regime also, technically everybody was reporting the Prime Minister, but the Prime Minister's, the cabinet decision was tear up by somebody who is not the member of cabinet. So, technically,
Compare
that
Manmohan
means-
Singh government with the Modi government.
No, but this time, what exactly is the Prime Minister's prerogative we talk of? We will see that man is executing that.
Okay,
Because,
okay.
not his Modi, because the mandate he has got.
Okay.
So, he is the supreme today.
Okay, on that note, thank you so much, sir, for joining us, and thank you so much, Vineet and Sanjay Singh, for joining in the conversation. We hope to see you more often on our conversation. So, there you have it from the experts that the new cabinet, of course, it's all speculation as far as we are concerned. But what we do know is that it's going to be a leaner cabinet, fewer ministries. Some more ministries will be bundled into one so that there can be better output. And the most important thing, the entire ministry, after a gap of I don't know how many years, we are going to finally see the Prime Minister's stamp on his own cabinet. On that note, thank you so much for joining in the conversation, and If you want to write to us, you can write to us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is India Post Live. You can also join in the conversation by logging on to our site, indiapostlive.com, and send us your comments, participate on our conversations. Conversations will continue. Thank you so much for watching.